Welcome back to Sister Circle Live, and of course we have the legendary Ice Cube at the table with us.
Yes, ma'am.
You know, a little rapid fire conversation. You ready for that?
I'm always ready.
Of course you're ready. Of course you're ready. Of course, NWA spoke to so much, including police brutality and all the things that were going on back then. But because of everything that's going on now, do you see that there's a difference, or is there?
Slightly. You know, when we first started doing music, nobody believed us. You know, and you know, police could do no wrong. If they said something on the stand, it was just kind of like, you know, seen as truth. Now at least they go to trial. You know, now some of them at least go to jail.
Right.
You know, not as many as should go to jail.
Right.
So there is some progress. You know, they're not just believed because they're in a uniform.
Right.
You know, they have to get up there and, you know, prove that they either are innocent or not. So it's a little different, but change needs to come a lot faster.
Yes.
Well, speaking of change, we had a change in technology with cell phones and cameras and all of that. And do you see that that's now playing a role and making a difference in how things are panning out when we see young black people being slain in the streets?
Somewhat. You know, I would think that, you know, video evidence would do more than it has done. It seems like, you know, some of these prosecutors or these guys who get the evidence seem like they do more to mess up the trial and
Don't they?
and man, it seems like
Behind all
sometimes
type
they
of
do it
evidence
on
and everything.
purpose.
Right.
So you
Video
know, it
always
hasn't
disappear.
done as much as I believe it should. You know?
Excuse me, Cube, you are a father, and I'm not a mother. So talk to us and the people. How do you talk to your son when it comes to when you leave this house or when you leave your house, we want you to come home. So what's the messaging that you're giving him?
I mean, it's the same, you know, it's no different than anybody else out there, you know, talking to their sons or daughters, you know, make sure you make it home, you know, and, you know, it's a shame that we have to have these conversations, but they're necessary, and we should have these conversations. We should teach our kids how to be safe out there in a world that's hostile towards them.
Absolutely.
And, you know, it would be irresponsible if we didn't have these talks. And so just tell my kids, man, you know, sometimes, you know, it's better to bite the bullet, make sure you make it home. Sometimes better to just comply and just get through it. Then, you know, you can yell for your rights and all that stuff, and then dumb cops shoot you, you know what I'm saying, or somebody hurt you. So, you know, you really have to make sure you make it out that situation, and then we'll deal with it from there.
Yes.
If you've been wrong, let us deal with it from there.
Right.
Sometimes it's not a time to deal with it in the streets.
Yes.
And speaking of rights, we all know about Colin Kaepernick and how he has been just adamant about his rights and kneeling to protest the national anthem because of police brutality.
Right.
What is the policy for the Big 3-on-3 League?
As far as what?
As far as the national anthem is concerned, like, do you push them to do the national anthem, or do they have a choice?
I mean, you
Or
can do
what-
what you want.
yeah.
You know,
There you go.
as far as our league, you know, our league, we don't focus on the national anthem.
Right,
you know?
right.
We focus on basketball because we don't feel like it's necessary to have a national anthem and a game. You know, they don't go together like that.
right.
You know, sports have put them together, but actually, you don't need the national anthem to play a
Play the
sport.
No, you don't.
Right.
About that. You don't. Cube, how have you remained so grounded after all these years, from the Jerry curl to now?
Well, I mean, none of this stuff really. I don't worry about any of this stuff. You know, success and all that stuff will come if you do great work. You're a great person. All that stuff will come. So I don't really worry about, you know, those kind of things as far as what success brings you. I really worry about the work we're doing, the great projects, and I guess that keeps me grounded because I always know who I am and stay who I am, and I always promise myself that the business wouldn't change me.
Yes.
And so, you know, success comes and goes. You know, sometimes you're on TV, sometimes you're not.
Yeah.
That doesn't define you. You know, what defines you is who you are inside.
Yeah, that's right.
And what you believe about yourself.
That's a good message.
Yeah.
That's a good message. Well, now the people say, Cube, that you've been in the studio, you know, about to get a people new album. Is that true?
Yeah, I've been working on a record for a while. It's called Everything's Corrupt, and it's a record that I had started working on even actually before the Straight Outta Compton movie.
Oh, wow.
came. But I really had to focus on the movie, and then got into this basketball.
Yeah.
And it takes a lot of focus to introduce a league to the world.
Of course.
So
What do you want
we're
your
here.
listeners to take from your new album? When that album hits, if I listen to it from song 1 to 10, 14, whatever you choose, what am I going to take away from that album?
I mean, I'm gonna bring a lot of things to the table as far as putting things on your mind,
Right.
Things that we dealing with in our community that we,
Still.
we some of us don't have the answers to. I don't have all the answers, but I definitely got all the questions.
I know
that
that's
we
right.
definitely need to make sure
Stimulate
that
the
we,
thought process.
yeah, because we gotta get serious. As a people, we gotta get serious. We've been playing a little too long. It's time to be serious.
Can we expect the new Friday?
Of course.
Yeah.
Now, that ain't serious. That ain't serious. You know, I have fun with that.
You gotta mix it up.
Have fun with that.
Serious and laughs.
Yeah. Friday, we working on that. We just worked out the writing deal with New Line, so.
Are you bringing Chris Tucker back?
We want him back.
Yeah.
I want him back. Yeah.
You want him back?
You want him back. Chrissy
I
wants
mean,
you
I
back.
can't. You want me to go kidnap him?
We know you can do it. He's funny, though,
All right, man. Let's get him in the trunk.
He up the street now.
You already know it. Well, thank you so much, Ice Cube, and
yes.
continued success to you. And don't forget, you can catch all the Big 3 action in Atlanta tomorrow night at 7 p.m. at the Infinite Arena, plus the playoffs in Dallas and the championship in Brooklyn, New York. Just head over to big3.com for tickets. Please, can we give it up for the one and only Ice Cube? Coming up later.